So, us Star Wars fans, especially prequels fans, have some great news for today. General Grievous by Hot Toys released, and we also had the Artisan drop for Anakin. We'll talk about that a little bit at the end, but you know, we gotta look at Grievous. I am pretty excited for this one. For me, it's a little unfortunate because I kind of have him locked in, but at the same time, not really, because I missed the pre-order on Sideshow. He went waitlisted everywhere. Maybe I'll get a waitlist conversion for like special edition, but actually I haven't pre-ordered at Pop Culture, and currently they're not shipping to the US, so who knows when I'm going to get it. I think Pop Culture might get their stuff from Sideshow anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure out what's going on. If I end up getting a waitlist conversion at Sideshow, I'll figure it out. I need to figure out some way to get this Grievous because he looks incredible. And yeah, let's look at these pictures. And right off the bat, yep, General Grievous is looking menacing. I am very, very excited. So yeah, it's like, to me, his he's obviously CGI in the movie, but I guess his like robotic, the white parts of him, basically, I don't know what to call him. Like, he's part cyborgish because it's like he has a whole type of people, but then he's also part robot, of course. I kind of forget his backstory a little. They went into it a bit in Clone Wars, but Grievous, he's a cool character. He's menacing. He's kind of creepy. He coughs a lot, you know, because I think the lore thing was that Mace Windu kind of crushes. Was it that Mace Windu? Yeah. Mace Windu kind of crushes lungs a little bit, you know, all that green part in there. So that's why he be coughing. But yeah, okay. I'm kind of getting off track already, but yeah, the actual white part, it looks a little like porcelain to me. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's like kind of a bone looking type porcelain material. Obviously it's not on the figure, but for actual Grievous, and man, it translates well here. That's what I always kind of pictured it to be. You see like all the kind of damage-ish parts, you know, you got a bunch of scratches, you have a bunch of like dirt and grime, so pretty worn. Then right here, he's also carrying his kind of, man, I forget what it's called, but I know the dudes, his guards, magma guards, I think they're called. They carry these staffs with like the purple, like lightning at the end. So he comes with that. Pretty cool. But yeah, let's look at all these pictures because there's quite a few we need to get through. And up here, I'm not sure if it lights up. Obviously, this is probably, yeah, looks like it's kind of photoshopped a little bit to make it light up. But the staff looks cool. I like that you do get the purple effects for the end. He looks, the way he's staying here, he looks kind of tall because to me, whenever he's standing, he always like kind of hunches down, if you know what I mean. So with him standing up pretty tall here, he looks a little weird. Is that just me? Maybe it's just me, but I always picture him when he's wearing the cloak and stuff, you know, kind of hunched over a little bit. Not really standing tall, I guess. He's a tall dude, but he's always kind of like hunched over whenever I picture him kind of standing there in the cloak. Of course, when he fights Obi-Wan, he like gets up there, pops all his arms out and stuff. And yeah, that's an awesome fight. I love that scene. But here, looks a little weird just because he's standing up straight. And then here on the right, I love this picture. He's like, I guess, tossing one of his own droids. Not stepping on, but he's got one of the 501st down there. And then he has one of the Coruscant guards here. So this scene, I don't think, did they ever show it? I know in like the 2D, I think he fought in, I believe it was Coruscant or something. But this scene here, it's pretty cool. I can't remember if it was in Clone Wars, the 2D or 3D at all. I don't believe it was, but it looks really cool. Because as you know, of course, he raided Coruscant and then he actually kidnapped the Chancellor. And that's how episode 3 starts, which is awesome. But yeah, it's just a really cool scene. Obviously some Photoshop because he's kind of stabbing through the figure. And I don't think they drilled a hole through the figure just for this. But man, it looks good. Then here, all 4 arms out, he's menacing. I love that. And the base looks cool because they actually put like the slash marks there. So when he's like swinging all his blades and stuff, man, I could imagine just posing him like that with kind of swoosh effects, like the 2 bottom ones swing in, the top 2 up looking menacing. Man, he looks good, especially that wired cape. All the smoke in the background. Whoever did this photo is incredible. Man, he's looking so good. It makes me happy because Grievous, I know the Sideshow one wasn't too great, but this Hot Toys one with some die cast in there as well, which yeah, definitely need to mention that. There's some die cast components, so he's going to be sturdy and probably a little hefty. Man, it's going to be great. I just really hope Pop Culture or something, eventually they end up sending it to me if I don't get a waitlist conversion or something, because man, this looks good. Oh yeah, Grievous. I'm excited. And just look at him here. I love the little bit of battle damage on his face. You can see his eyes. He always has like the yellow. I don't know if he has Sith eyes or it's just the color of his eyes, but you know, he's evil, so we could call it that. But he's got like that like purplish kind of look, like the fleshy, gross look around his eyes. Man, if someone goes down in the comments and gives me all the lore I forgot about General Grievous, that'd be cool. Because I know I remember seeing the scene when he goes to his not his house, but his like base or something, where they have like the big statues and stuff. I forget, it was like Kit Fisto and his Padawan. They went to fight General Grievous. I believe it was in like season 1 of Clone Wars or something. That was a cool episode. I believe, you know, well, the spoiler alert, I guess. I think his Padawan died, Kit Fisto's, because Grievous, he does not mess around. He's terrifying. This is so cool. You get like the green lightsaber, blue lightsaber. I think you get 2 of each, 2 green, 2 blue. And the hilts aren't really, they're not really anyone's hilt specifically. They look kind of generic lightsaber hilts. I'm sure there's some lore out there telling you which actual Jedi he stole these from, because, you know, Star Wars lore goes pretty deep, but gosh, he looks good. Yeah, you can see 2 green, 1 blue. Like smoke effect that they did in this picture looks so good. He's just, yeah, and here he's a bit hunched over, kind of was I was talking about. Man, the big feet with like the claws there when he like jumped down and find Obi-Wan like right into the floor, clawed right in the floor, and just, yeah, so good. And then here, he's like, of course, stabbing a poor little 501st trooper. Unfortunate for that guy, but man, he looks so good. I love they also have General Grievous and then his name in, what's the Star Wars language called? I forget, but you know, the Star Wars language. Pretty cool. And then here, if you really want to, you can kind of cut his arms off or his hands, because that's what Kenobi did to him. Started cutting those hands off, removing some lightsabers from him. You can see they put the battle damage face on him because he has like swap out faces. And then of course the little swap out components, so you can actually make it look like his hands got kind of cut off. Well, not kind of, they are cut off. And then you just have the 2. Yeah, he just looks so good. I'm a sucker for battle damage. I'll admit, I love putting battle damage on my figures. It just adds a little bit more realism. I love the weathering. I love when they have like damage like this. So I'd probably use this Grievous. I keep saying Grievous. I said that whenever the heck I was talking about Grievous last time, but yeah. So Grievous, this mask looks pretty good. I really like the battle damage. So I'd probably use this one. I don't even know if it's a mask, whatever the heck they call it. But the hands though, I don't think I would use that, because Grievous, I want him to look cool like he's been fighting, but I don't want to look like he's about to lose. So the hands are cool, but I'd probably, you know, leave him on him, not leave the unhand Grievous. Yeah, but he looks great though. Like, look at this. If you have some 501st troopers, you just lay them around, just looking sad because they're about to get, I don't know, what's the YouTube appropriate word? They're going to disappear from Earth because of Grievous. So that's cool. Yeah, the green. I love that they kind of, what's the word? Not parallel. They're like opposite each other. Not perpendicular. We'll say opposite. They're kind of mirrored in a way. You know, you got blue up here, blue down there, green, green. So pretty cool. I just love this. I need to get it though. So hopefully Pop Culture, they start shipping to the US again whenever they get their stock of this. Because also with them, I have the Mark 42 Battle Damage Deluxe. Well, not Battle Damage Deluxe, whatever. The Mark 42, the Iron Man, the deluxe version. Pretty battle damage, so that's why I said battle damage. But yeah, hopefully they get some stock and they start shipping to the US again. Because man, I need those figures, and they're the only places I could pre-order them. Yeah, you can see here his hands are still gone. It's like a interesting symbol in there. And then, yeah, that one's just gone. Man, they definitely add some effects to make it look more lit up, I believe. Because going back, let me see. Maybe I skipped. Yeah, I skipped it. Yeah, it's not as lit up. So yeah, they definitely add some effects to make it look all lit up here. Like, you know, fresh lightsaber cuts from Obi-Wan. And you can see in the background the actual area where he fought Obi-Wan. So that's also very cool. And man, that mask up close, I love all the dirt and grime in it. Like I was saying, it looks kind of like porcelain, a little reflective, a little just great looking. So good. Then here, an outdoor shot on the left. I kind of like the outdoor shots. They kind of got me on the Clone Commando because the figure, it looked okay. But then when I saw him outside, I kind of really liked it. So that's really cool. I mean, Grievous, you know, he's got some giant rocks. Could be that planet he was on, because I know there was some like mountainous terrain and stuff when he was fought Obi-Wan. So, you know, could be that. Then here on the right, of course, the hangar he fought Obi-Wan. This picture looks a little off to me. Maybe it's because they put some effects in to make the lightsabers look lit up. But why does his neck look weird? Maybe that's just how he looks. But maybe it's because his head's tilted. I don't know. This looks creepy. If you saw him looking like this with a long neck, the face looking right at you, yeah, you better run, because actually you can't even outrun him. He can do his weird crawl mode. He can just get in his big rolly ball thing and come after you. His big wheel, I guess we could call it. Yeah, it's so good, man. And then look at these shots out in like the natural daylight. Oh, it just looks so real. I love that you get the blaster as well. Like, one thing I thought about, I was like, it'd be cool if you could, well, I mean, obviously you can, but if I had a blaster in one hand, the kind of magma guard type staff, the purple one right here in one hand, and 2 lightsabers in the others. But then I don't know, because it'd be cool to use all the accessories, but then it wouldn't make as much sense. And it's cool you get the blaster and the magma guard, but honestly, I feel like a lot of people will probably use the lightsabers. So yeah, I don't know, because you could be in a more neutral stance with, of course, the actual purple magma guard staff. Wish I remember the name. And then the blaster. That'd be kind of cool, but at the same time, man, you got to use all the lightsabers. That's just how I feel. You got to use them all. Because him with the 4 arms out, like, that's Grievous insane. Like, such a cool figure. Like, look at this. God, those menacing eyes. He does have rolling eyeballs. They look a little off here. Like, that one's looking that way. This one's kind of that way. So maybe they didn't roll the eyeballs as well there. But just this figure, man. Yeah, I love this. I know I'm trying to do these kind of preview type videos kind of raw now, you know. So sometimes I'm just yapping, you know. Apologies. Let me know in the comments if you want me to start like really focusing, editing down every second where I pause and stuff like that again. But, you know, I have fun kind of just yapping about them, just looking at the pictures, talking. So just let me know what you guys think about this kind of different style to these type of videos I've been doing now. But wow, I don't know, there's something about this picture, just all the smoke in the background, all 4 blade. Well, can't really see the hand, but you can see the blade. God, this figure, man. And it looks like, I think those articulate his little, not his ears, where the heck those are, his little ear, I guess we'll call them ears, his ear flap looking things. No, you can also articulate the chest and make it pull out more, because, you know, Obi-Wan kind of tore it up. So yeah, wow. Then here you got him in some like pretty nice lighting, nice gray background. I love these pictures. He's got missing hands here. He's got all 4 blades out here. Man, he's gonna be tall. I forget how tall he is, but I think a bunch of the die cast, it's like right in there. Is he like 15 inches tall or something? Yeah, something like that. But gosh, he looks great. I really want them to 2.0 that episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi, because I could just imagine posing them together. Like, even if I don't do it permanently in my display, because him, you could go with my kind of new prequel shelf I'm starting to work on, or he could go with, of course, the Clone Wars shelf. So he could go anywhere. Like, maybe he'd be cool in the Clone Wars shelf, but also prequel. Yeah, we just have to see, because some prequel characters we didn't see in Clone Wars, like Jango Fett, for example, he's only going to be on that shelf. But then some others like Grievous we did. So yeah, I don't know, because I know like the Palpatine, the new episode 3 one coming out, that we can have him look like the Chancellor or Palpatine. He's going on my prequel shelf permanently, because I just recently reviewed on the channel the actual Palpatine from the Clone Wars, or what was he called? Yeah, Darth Sidious Clone Wars. That's what he was called. So yeah, he just looks great. That's the thing I'm thinking about right now. I'm like, is he going to go on my Clone Wars shelf, or should I put him on my prequel shelf? Yeah. And then here, this is an amazing shot. I love this. All the lightsabers lit up. Him kind of crouched down, looking menacing. I love the scratch scratch marks on the base. Getting my speaking back. And then here, I just did a little comparison. You, of course, can see like the fleshy, like kind of eyes. Well, the pieces around his eyes and the yellow eyes itself. Of course, this is all basically CGI. Then you can see the figure on the right. This is incredible. Hot Toys did an amazing job. This is the Grievous to buy. Like, man, that Sideshow one is probably going to go extinct. I know they did some deals where it's like buy a figure or spend however much, get this figure for free. But even then, none of those deals tempted me, because I knew Hot Toys was making one, and oh, I needed this one, because here's the Sideshow one's kind of flimsy, kind of but this one just, it's incredible. And then here you can just see his chest. You see that semi-translucent green for his lungs. And then yeah, it shows you can kind of open them up. a little bit. It's kind of closed, kind of open for when Obi-Wan wants to rip him up and kind of blast him. And then here's the coin, which at this moment in time, I'm not getting because I ordered from Pop Culture and they don't really get the special editions. So kind of cool, but to be honest, if it was like an accessory or something, it'd be worth it. But at this point, the coins are just kind of cool to have, but in my opinion, not really necessary. I did get it for Lord Starkiller, but I mean, I just have it. Yeah, he's right there. I just have it sitting on his base and it's not really doing anything. So yeah, it's kind of cool. They're moving to cards now. They're starting to give you cards with special editions. I mean, it's a little interesting, but we'll just have to see because they come with like a little stand as well. Because these coins, you just get a coin. So there's no stand, no nothing. But it's cool they're doing cards. We'll just have to see when we get our first metal card, I think it is. Whenever we get our first ones, we'll see how they are displaying in the actual collection. Then here, I believe this is the last slide, the box. The box, very, very tall, as you can see. It's a very tall figure. But man, even the box is cool. I know, of course, it's the basic black Star Wars box, but yeah, figure looks amazing on there. And then now, we can talk about Anakin real quick. So, I was fortunate enough to get one in the queue today. I got pretty lucky, but it was a weird one. So I was 4,200 plus. I believe it was like 4,220 something in queue, which presumably I was thinking this figure had like 3,000 available, you know, like kind of hoping it was 3,000, but then when I thought it was 4,200 or like over 4,200, I lost a little bit of hope. But either the people in front of me didn't want it, or they had more than we saw it, because this figure, it was weird. Once you got in, they didn't really show anything like number wise. It just said exclusive or like limited edition. It didn't tell you if it's 3,000 or anything. I kind of feel like maybe they did that because the Japanese one, of course, the Japanese one exists. Well, not Japanese, the one from the Japan exclusive, that Dark Side Anakin, although that one's a little different base, different eyes. So I was thinking maybe they didn't list it because that one kind of was like this one. So they're like, okay, well, this is numbered, but technically that's different because some people already have it. But I don't know. It's a weird one. We don't know the exact number they had exactly, but I know if everyone in front of me got it, they at least had 4,000 presumably. But once I got mine, once I ordered it, and then I clicked back in to kind of look at the pictures to see if anything changed, then it was already waitlisted. So maybe I was the last person to buy it. I don't know. But I got really, really lucky. I waited, you know, and then I finally got up in queue, instantly click, and then I got it. So I got very, very lucky there. So I hope everyone out there who wanted one got one. I feel like this one might have been a little easier. There were high queue numbers, but maybe they had higher quantities because of that. And I feel like it was a little easier just because I got it, man. I was 4,000 something. So hopefully you all out there got it. If any of you tried and were actually in the queue trying for it and didn't get it, let me know down in the comments because I'm curious what place you were in and stuff like that. Because yeah, this one seemed pretty simple to get. Of course, I joined the queue early and still got a far place, and I still managed to get it. So I got pretty lucky. But yeah, let's talk about it in the comments. He looks awesome, and I am still tempted by the sculpted. I probably will end up ordering the sculpted as well. Do some comparisons. Have the sculpted be my light side version, kind of with Obi-Wan when they inevitably make the 2.0 of the episode 3 Obi-Wan, because they showed him in the sculpted pictures, so they better be working on him. And this one will be kind of like I guess kind of like a dark side one. I'm glad the base actually seems a little shorter than the one that comes with the sculpted, because maybe I can use this base and then use the standard sculpted base, or the base that comes with the sculpted that's not the actual droid with him. Although I don't know how cool that looks. It's just some dirt. So yeah, but yeah, I'm glad I locked it in. So let's kind of talk about it down in the comments. We're able to lock it in. I'm excited. I'm so excited I got him. He was 430. So after, of course, tax, shipping, everything, I believe the order total was like 595 something. So around 500 bucks, or not 595, 495. So around 500 bucks total. Gosh, if it was 595, I don't even know, because yeah, that's why I didn't end up getting that Sam Artisan, because that one was so expensive. And now I got this one, so probably would have canceled that anyway, because this is a figure I need. I am really excited to get an Artisan Anakin, at least one. If they make future ones, I don't know. We'll just have to see at that point in time, but this one's good enough for me, honestly. Yeah, the head sculpt's great. If I really want to change out the eyes, I can, because I'm probably going to get sculpted, so I have blue eyes and yellow eyes, so I'll be set there. This one comes with a robe, so if I want to use a robe on the sculpted, I can. Comes with a robot arm. Honestly, not going to be used by me, probably going to go back in the box, but now if I end up ordering sculpted, which yeah, like I said, I probably will at this moment in time, not an order yet, then at least I'll have the robe from this one. From the sculpted, I'll have the eyes, and then I'll be set basically for episode 3 Anakin, have everything I need. The only thing that kind of sucks is the face for this one and the episode and the sculpted are the same, because the original Artisan one had a more neutral head sculpt, which I kind of like. Kind of wish the sculpted had that one, but yeah, basically my Artisan now and my sculpted, whenever I order that one, are going to actually have the same type of face structure, the same facial expression. So yeah, that's basically it. So Grievous looks amazing. We'll go back to Grievous real quick. Let's find that cool picture. Yeah, he looks incredible. And let me know your thoughts on him as well. So let's talk down in the comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Definitely hit subscribe to tons of fun stuff over here. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, month, week, everything, all the above. And until next time, stay 6 scale.